few episodes, goddamn. Yeah, Facts and Cap Podcast, episode 55. We back, baby.
Sir, we in here. What's happening?
Once again, we got Brandon out. He's sick. He ain't feeling well. He said it ain't the corona. He just ain't feeling well. So maybe we'll get that nigga a call. But until then, we got Cuz filling in. We got Big Rod in the building.
What up? Clap it up.
Yeah, episode 55. Straight
55.
So yeah, we're gonna start this episode off. Y'all know what the topic of the week was. The baby and his Rolling Loud performance.
Boy, wow.
It was real high key toxic. Like it came off real high key toxic. So I don't even know where to start. Like
I'm gonna start with what's the scenario? If you ever see yourself in any kind of debate with the public, and the first people that have your back is Boosie, Tory Lanez, give up that.
Yeah, give up that argument.
You already lost.
Come on, man. So let me see if I can get his. Okay, so he did a segment. You know how when you trying to get the crowd attention, you trying to keep the crowd engaged. And he went back to the old school tactics of, if your pussy's clean, let me hear you scream, you know what I'm saying? Shit like that. But his was a little awkward. His shout-outs was a little awkward. I guess you could tell he's probably coming off the dome. So here go a snippet of it. Let's hear it. Fuck. Hold on, let me restart it. Goddamn, I done fucked up.
You didn't show up today with HIV, AIDS, any of them deadly sexually transmitted diseases that make you die 2-3 weeks per cell phone like that. Lady, if your pussy smell like water, put his cell phone like that. Fellas, lights up. Fellas, if you ain't sucking nigga dick in the parking lot, put your cell phone like that. Let's be real about this shit.
After average.
Yeah, the DJ fucked it up even worse.
Some
of y'all niggas suspect as a motherfucker.
Yeah, do that. It's Rolling Loud. Like,
so
it's not the club in Atlanta. Like, it's not the club.
Yeah, I ain't heard shit like this. This is if you got more than $100 in your pocket, put your hands up. Like what?
Yeah.
That nigga said. Some of y'all suspects like, bro, I didn't have it.
Yeah, they know they're suspects. So
yeah,
you could have kept that one, buddy. But I feel what the baby saying, and I don't feel the baby saying. You know what I mean? You cannot just be attacking the LGBT community like that.
That's hilarious.
You cannot do that. That is not how you go about that at all. You gonna take it every time.
Yeah, I think the baby, like, his mistake was like, because I seen T.I., his ass got up there trying to defend him, and he was like, well, Lil Nas got on stage and said, if you sucking dick, we're the niggas who suck dick or some shit like that. But I think the difference is, like, that's what Lil Nas does. Lil Nas sucks dick. Like, that's his sexual preference. Like, he's calling out some shit that he relates to, so that makes sense. Whereas to the baby kind of came out and just started attacking niggas. And it was just ignorant, because it was like, he said, first of all, how many sexually transmitted diseases can you die from? Because he was like, you got AIDS or HIV or one of them other sexual transmitted diseases that you can die from in 2 to 3 weeks. Like, damn, nigga, was all that necessary? Was all that fucking necessary? Like, you ain't have to say that.
Yeah, I think the Molly got the best of him on that one.
Then, like you said, like, I don't really got no problem with the pussy smell like water. We all, the community knows what that means.
Madonna did.
Yeah.
Problem with everything.
Yeah, see, Madonna, she kind of stretched it with that one. But as far as the sucking nigga dick in the parking lot, it's like it's coming off insinuating like that you're attacking that community. So I mean, and I just think it really wouldn't have been as bad if he just like he's trying to stand on what he said, which is cool.
Man, he
but
should have just apologized for that shit.
he ended up apologizing, but it was still kind of half-assed. Like it was just like, bro, what
the
is
video that shit was the little shit at the end, half-assed. Like, come on, bro.
Yeah, what you got, Kazadi? What you think?
I think in these shows, it's like I know a lot of times like in like the comic setting, like it's kind of like if you don't want to hear that, just don't go, don't watch.
Mm-hmm.
This one, it's just a little bit too public, like rolling loud. You just as somebody like him, he's a brand. You represent more than just yourself. So when you say shit like that, if you want to stand on it, you know the consequences that come with it.
Right.
Just in this society, you just can't attack.
Not nowadays.
LGBT.
Not these days. Not nowadays. You
You can't attack the letters.
Nah,
You just can't.
brother.
You can't make it look like it's kind of crazy. And it was just like, bro, shit wasn't even like. You could have said something similar without the DJ.
Like a little more subtle.
But not as attacking.
No.
You could have made it. You could have been proud to be a heterosexual in that moment without attacking.
Without attacking people,
That's what
yeah,
I'm saying.
and that's why I agree. And so he got his boohoo endorsement dropped. Even people, what's the girl named Dua Lipita, who he made a song with? That was kind of like, I think it hit top 10 on the Billboard. She removed the song from
Oh, well.
her shit. Like everybody's on his ass. I seen Raven Simone on his ass.
Questlove on his
That's
ass.
a-
Raven was on his ass.
Yeah,
She
Elton
too.
John. Elton John said something.
What did Elton John say?
Rocket Man said something about his ass, but he said we've been shocked to read about.
Talk about the game.
We've been shocked to read about the HIV misinformation and homophobic statements made at a recent debate show. This fuels stigma and discrimination, and the opposite of what our world needs to fight the AIDS epidemic. And he put facts about AIDS, and then he's still talking about it. And he said, in America, a gay black man has a 50% lifetime chance of contracting HIV. Stigma and shame around HIV and homosexuality is a huge driver of this vulnerability. We need to break down the myths and judgment and not fuel these. So he just, start kicking game to him, I guess.
But my thing, some with this is outrage though. I don't like. Why are people? I'm shocked he's homophobic.
Shocked and appalled.
Why? Why are you shocked that?
Alright, bro. It's a lot.
I think you know what it is. I just think overall the performance, like once he did, okay, so he started off with like the Tory shit. Like he brought Tory Lanez out, and he always got the big, huge, the baby mascot head, and he brings out Tory, and they perform. Fine, whatever. You bring out Tory. Everybody already think it's a little weird because they know that you and Meg was like, remember they was calling y'all work husband and work wife and shit.
But that relationship deteriorated.
Yeah, so cool. That wasn't the issue. The issue is as soon as the baby walks off the stage, he's trying to troll. He plays cash it with a track with him and Megan Thee Stallion. So it's kind of like, people was like, oh, he trying to take a jab. Like, you don't think that's kind of like, that's the troll. Like, you know how shit goes.
I guess
That's the troll.
Shit, but
I don't think it's an issue.
I don't think it's an issue.
But I
You
think,
think it was pre-planned,
but I
though?
think, yes, that was planned.
I feel like it was pre-planned.
But he knows what's set. He knows what the next song is. But
I
think once you
Tory
do that,
knows. Do you think Tory knew
But
that
Tory's
was
a
gonna
part of
happen?
that.
Like, was he a part?
oh,
of
I
it?
don't know if Tory knew about that.
Yeah,
I know the baby.
know
I'm
the
talking about the
baby had
baby.
to
The
know.
baby knew.
Right.
But I'm saying once you do that, and then you start talking crazy, like people start adding up what you did, and it was like, okay, well, we see what your intentions was. Your intentions was just come out here and just be messy as fuck. So that's why I think that people saying it like that.
Just had bad juju, bad energy.
He was definitely trying to go viral.
Yeah. So then we got Boosie, and Boosie got out here. He was trying to defend the baby, and then in the midst of that, he started talking about Lil Nas.
Anything gay, Boosie gonna have
so-
something.
yeah,
Gonna hear it.
So he started talking about Lil Nas.
So-
His recent video came out, and he even warned people before this. He said, "Hey, this isn't a video that your kids should be watching."
Boosie
And-
did.
No, this is what Lil Nas tweeted. He said, because
okay.
everybody gets mad and say, "What about the kids when I drop my video?" So hey, here goes a warning. Parents, don't let your kids watch this video. So in the video, they blurring out the private parts, but he's basically in a jail, and he's just doing a lot of gay shit.
Well,
Like
this is the video with Jack Harlow was in
with
it?
Jack Harlow, and he's like in the video, he's like in this shower naked with like 20 other men, and they're dancing in unison and shit. They got their choreography going. It's just some gay shit going on. You know what I mean? And
Is this is it more wild than the other video when he was held twerking on the devil?
no, just because he added, you know, religion along with that. This one is just like, hey, I'm in jail and I'm doing some gay shit. Like he made it seem like he went to jail over the Nike shoes that he put out.
Yeah.
And basically, it's like he's in jail and they're taking over the jail. Basically,
Gay niggas dancing.
yeah, this gay niggas dancing and they like naked in the shower and shit.
Gotcha.
And so he basically
I like to see
tweeted,
it.
he tweeted some shit like he want to perform at like the VMAs or some shit naked, like with a whole bunch of people naked. Somehow Boosie ended up stumbling talking about that shit in the midst of trying to talk about the baby, and this is what we got.
I tell him, fuck y'all. Look, I could be the best. I tell him, fuck y'all, bitch. Cause he said something about something. Like the Nas and say he wanted to perform naked for charity. Like, bruh, they don't tell him nothing. They should be picking sides, man. You don't tell this little faggot ass nothing. That's the most disrespectful motherfucker in the world. He say he won't get naked on stage. Nigga, they got kids to watch that shit. Nigga, if he taking it too far, nigga, go suck a dick on IG, nigga. Get fucked the
Always
ass,
telling
nigga.
somebody to suck a dick.
Yeah. Trying to put that shit on all them churn, nigga. Go viral, nigga. Go suck a dick on IG, bitch. That nigga say he'll get naked for charity. And y'all talking about fucking debate. This man say he won't get naked for charity in front of all these fucking churn.
Sure.
That nigga disrespectful like a motherfucker.
And then he said some shit like he would have dragged that nigga off the stage and beat his ass. So what do we think about Boosie and his comments?
First of all,
I gotta run to
that's
the
a
car.
hate crime coming.
Yeah.
And ain't no worse crime than that right now. A hate crime.
Like, the worst is gonna be a hate crime. The least is gonna get his IG re-snatched.
Like, talking about the VMAs, I seen wilder shit than that on the VMAs. Back in the day, you know, I guess when people were less sensitive about stuff, he'd get away with stuff like that. So, you know, it wouldn't surprise me if he did get away with that. You know, VMAs did do that, but blur out everybody's naked body. But
That's a wild timing. But
Yeah.
I feel like a hypocrite though. It's like you bash that and there's all the other wild shit you promote.
right,
Why is that the end all? Why is that the only thing children can be influenced by? Like, even if you feel like it's immoral or not, like you against it. If you feel that way, there's other shit that you promote and that you do, Boosie, that children watch. Do you have the same stance on that? Why are you so gun ho on that? Do you have the same stance on?
just because it's something you don't like. That's why. You know.
You go that hard on that?
Yeah.
You don't have that stance with who? Cardi B and who's
WAP.
WAP? Did you have that stance?
No.
Like T.I. said, yeah, he didn't let his children watch that either. Try to clean it up.
At least he, you
I'm
know,
gonna just say I
he
feel
straddled
like
the fence.
Boosie has done and said enough for me to just judge his character at this point. Like, me and him are just on totally opposite ends of the spectrum as far as parenting, as far as just beliefs in general. Like, Boosie is just an old school nigga. He's also an institutionalized ass nigga, where he comes from jail in the hood where like being gay is so frowned upon. Like, where it's just kind of like that nigga is just, that's just what he believe in. Now my thing is, I realize Boosie only talks about people that he don't really like or
Yeah.
like he don't have relationships with or some shit. Like if
Yeah, but
T.I. was to agree with what you call it, he wouldn't say nothing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like if he was to agree with Lil Nas, he wouldn't have said nothing. Like, I just kind of realized what type of person Boosie is. Like, and I just feel like, Boosie, you got other shit to be worried about. You always talking about your children might have seen this shit. Nigga, your son is shooting music videos in Baton Rouge with guns. And he's 17 with twins on the way. Like, you need to worry about your own fucking
This nigga got
parenting.
his son some pussy when he was what?
Yeah, like you
11,
bought some pussy for your
13.
son. You bought some pussy for your sons and your nephews. Like, you're out here getting kids fucking molested low key, while you out here worrying about your kids seeing Lil Nas and them flipping to turn gay. Your son is 17.
Son seeing you.
Right. Your son seeing you, that might be even worse. He out here beefing with niggas on the other side of town that's really lived in the projects their whole life and got hungry, like ready to kill something. Like, you need to worry about your son, Boosie.
Yeah.
Like, you worry about the wrong things in life, and that's just the issue that I got with Boosie. T.I. had something to say too. I ain't got my phone. I gotta find it. I'm all over the place right now. But T.I., we seen T.I., he got out there and he basically kind of said the same sentiment, just a little cleaner. What do y'all think about T.I.?
Don't he got a KC fighter? That's the first thing I thought of. Damn. Because for a while, T.I. was talking a lot. And then he was quiet.
Cold.
It was cold.
Oh.
So I guess he got some good news.
He was on the London, what's the little cotton company? Reparations. He was on their ass for a long time, man. They got some allegations on Tip ass. Now he was quiet.
Yeah.
Quiet for the last few months. Now he back out.
He must have got some good news in the case.
Yeah, I just don't get it. It's like, damn, nigga, you can't be quiet that bad. Like, you just gotta say something, nigga. Hold on. Oh, I forgot to play this one. This is what Boosie had said prior. Hold on. I forgot to play this clip. Here goes some more toxic shit.
Everybody not with their nephew sucking
A whole
dick.
lot of toxic shit.
Everybody not with that shit. Just can't put that shit on everybody and expect it to be cool. Nas X say he won't perform naked on stage for charity. You don't fuck with him like you fuck with the baby. You know, be even-sided, man. Be even-sided. You know, you don't feel that disrespect going dance naked. You don't think that's disrespect in front of boys who trying to be straight? It's totally
Trying to be straight. Nah.
totally disrespect.
That little boy gay as hell.
I'm that old boy,
If he
he
trying
going
to be
there, nigga, I'ma
straight.
drag his ass off stage and beat his
It
ass.
is what it is.
Yeah, so that's just a little bit more what we said. I think, like, Boosie, like, you ain't never seen fucking, well, I'm sure Boosie hasn't, but, like, you talking about the VMAs, like, Brokeback Mountain and all that, Best Kiss and all that. Like, this is, MTV love gay shit. It's like,
I mean,
Yeah, the first time
everybody
I
has made space for gay shit on everything, you know, and that's
ABC.
just what it is, you
Fox.
know. They humans
So-
too.
I think we all under the consumption that, like, canceling is not really real.
Not if you
As long as you still got fans, you can't get
I
canceled.
feel like they
nigga
should.
fired from their job.
I feel like they should change the name.
Like
of
Rosie O'Donnell.
Yeah.
You get fired.
I feel like they should
Kill
change the
you on
name.
the show, but they can't kill you in real life. Goddamn.
I feel like they should change the name or cancel. They should make it like suspended or some shit. Like, cause niggas ain't gonna fuck with the baby until the next shit happen, or like 2 weeks later he drop a fire video.
Yeah.
Like Bop with the Jabberwockies or some shit, some crazy shit,
Yeah.
and then niggas gonna like it again. So I'm like, oh, you just suspended until we like you again.
Just suspension.
That's why I feel like they should just
You
make
just
that
in
shit.
timeout until
Yeah,
niggas
like
forget
you in
about-
timeout.
Until niggas forget about what happened. You in timeout.
Yeah, because niggas
That's all
have.
it is.
There's so many people that spoke out against this nigga. I was just like,
Yeah, he was getting into it. I see some shit. Questlove.
Oh yeah, you
Yeah.
got to Questlove talking about you don't know
I
who
don't
the
know
fuck he is.
Questlove. The one thing
my
is
nigga.
like he had like a post where if I had a festival or imaginary thing, this is the artist I want. He crossed
Yeah,
out
crossed
the
out the
baby.
baby.
hey,
I
even
didn't
Chris Brown,
understand that.
said something allegedly. Did you see it
Yeah,
about
he
the
said,
baby?
man, just
He
perform
did-
your show and shut the fuck up and keep moving. Some shit
Yeah,
like
that's
that.
basically that's kind of like the advice he gave out. Like,
Man,
nigga, get out
for
there and
Shit, he better
perform
take
your
it.
routine and shut the fuck
You
up.
better
Basically.
take that advice from Chris Brown because that nigga been in the tabloids for some bullshit.
See, I would listen to that, but if Chris Brown had said, "Bro, these are the artists I always wanted to work with," and he crossed out
Yeah.
the baby and
Oh,
said
yeah.
that,
I would've
that's
put-
doing too much.
Yeah,
I would've
yeah,
cut
yeah.
Questlove out
No,
too.
they're definitely
Yeah.
people
Shut
are
the
definitely
fuck up,
people are
Questlove.
definitely jumping and trying to bully him and shit. Like they jumping in like it's kind of like y'all niggas is lame. I feel like the baby is being lame because he won't stop talking. Like after you did your apology, you supposed to shut the fuck up.
It's hard though.
Now he just sit here arguing with niggas.
Yeah, arguing the whole.
Yeah, but once you
industry
argue,
coming at you.
I feel like this. Once you keep arguing, it just keeps prolonging the situation.
You won't let it die down. You
Yeah,
let the fire. You just building the fire back up every time you open your mouth.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You should do like Tory Lanez and just shut the fuck up.
Tory Lane took forever to shut the fuck up too. Remember his ass
He
was
did
doing the
eventually
most.
though, right? And then
I mean, I just think niggas stopped caring about it finally.
matter of fact,
he ain't really
wasn't
never shut
even,
the fuck up.
He wasn't really talking about the case though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This nigga the baby. I mean, say your shit like he did, and then move on.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how you kill it.
Yeah. So, alright. On a more positive note, Kanye West is living in the Mercedes-Benz Arena, finishing up the album. I guess they said that he just liked the vibe from the show.
The ambiance.
You know, the spirit. You know what I'm saying? I think it probably got something to do with his mom. I don't know if his mom's from Atlanta, but she taught at Morris Brown for 20 years.
Yeah, because they was in Atlanta. He was born in Atlanta,
Yeah.
so I guess.
So I think it's something to,
roots.
it's a Donda album, so I think, it correlates, it all comes together. And allegedly, he's spending $1 million a day.
I don't know how true all that is.
I don't know how true it is, but
It's a big
I
ticket.
guess it's
he's
possible.
basically look like he's living in like a dorm.
That shit was like a straight dorm. Then they
A dorm, and he's recording in like a locker
You
room.
can see that they got one outfit.
Yeah.
6 pairs of shoes.
Yeah,
And
he
they
got
swap the shoes
These
out.
shoes gonna get.
With that motherfucking old Navy jacket
And the
them
bubble
leather
coat.
pants, them shits getting hella burned, but I know that shit's
And it's hot
sweaty
as fuck in
and stanky.
Atlanta. It's 97 degrees in this bitch. Like, it's 97 degrees.
I'm pretty
in
sure
Hope he ain't coming outside.
I'm pretty sure he could afford $1 million, but I don't think that's his financially he's doing that. I think that's his. You hear a lot of shit on the internet sometimes. You just gotta take it with a grain of salt.
Yeah, I don't know if I believe that either.
I don't believe it.
I'm just like, I was expecting that album to come out, and then and you start
You
hearing
got Justin LeBoy being the reporter of the album.
Him.
I'm confused. I don't really get it.
Yeah, that rollout was.
Mr. Under the Napkins himself.
Oh shit. I just
Like what is his role in all this?
I guess I heard on the shameless plug, not shameless plug, but stole it from Joe Budden. He was like, that's the anti-academics. I don't really agree with that, but I guess he was just trying to say people use academics to push narrative.
Oh,
Let me
okay.
use LeBoy to push narrative. Like,
I don't think he's an anti-academics, because what is an anti-academics?
Not anti, maybe that was the right word, but
I
like
get what he's trying to say.
like a different
Version of
academics.
academics.
Yeah.
I got it.
If academics was a simp, you get Justin LeBoy, who panders towards the bitches.
However, it works.
Makes sense.
Weak ass
But,
nigga.
I'm excited for the album still.
Yeah.
Come on, easy.
Yeah, man.
Troy Ave. We ain't heard that name in a minute. I don't even know if we ever talked about him on this platform.
We wasn't
He ain't
around
been
back
valid.
with the tax
He ain't
on
been valid
days.
since the
Yeah.
tax on.
So he's already still fighting that case. He
Free my nigga Tax Stone.
where it wasn't a case, but you remember he got shot another time, just in the streets of New York, down the street from the hospital. A nigga shot him or some shit. So he just recently put up a picture. It looked like he in the hospital bed. It don't look like nothing wrong with him, but he's like doing this, like he's smoking an op pack, and he said, "Shooter ain't get away this time." Hashtag hater pack, RIP pussy, we legally armed and dangerous. God is great, paper straight, self-defense. With the praying hand emojis.
So this nigga just full on with this shit. Like it's like fuck it now.
He just put that out there. Do we believe him though? Because like people gotta, the internet, they gotta see it. The police ain't nobody. But like this, if people are saying if Troy really shot somebody and killed somebody, or his team did, or whatever happened, that shit would be on the news.
It would have been in media.
It would be somewhere, right?
With the quickness.
People saying we ain't heard shit about it. Do we think that he's lying? Like, was he just going to get his diabetes checked? Like, what's going on? Like, what do we think? Do we think there's really something wrong with this nigga?
That nigga masked up for the picture and everything.
Like, do we think that he really put it down like that? Because it's like, what is legally shooting?
Crazy for the internet, man. That shit is so dry.
I think he just been quiet for a while and he just trying to pop back out. That's what I think.
I mean, even in that statement, I don't think he admitted that he did it. He was just saying it legally. So I guess he's trying to. Oh, I'm gonna snitch in legal self-defense this time. Like it was like I don't know. Troy Ave was just kind of.
I can see
Destroy
even
him.
if they did shoot somebody, I don't know if he even killed the nigga. Like there's something about this is a lot. I don't know to what extent, but some about this just don't make sense to me. Like he's exaggerating it.
Excessive and real shaky. Like,
And my whole thing is this is contradictive of your whole when it was time for you to start snitching, you was like, nah, the streets isn't real, the streets is a myth. But now you smoking on our packs and we done killed the nigga, pussy nigga, like
Give me a lot of gangster.
what side of the streets
Gangster
are
vibes.
Right.
6'9"ish. Yeah.
like you got one leg on the sidewalk, one leg in the street. Like which one is it gonna be? Are you gonna rat or are you gonna, you know what I mean? But whatever. Speaking of rats, Whack 100 and 6ix9ine.
Snitch 9.
So, Academics, he's finally about to launch his podcast. He's been talking about this shit all year. He got a deal, multi-million-dollar deal. A couple weeks ago, we seen Whack 100 on No Jumper, and he took the side of 6ix9ine as to where he's basically saying like 6ix9ine isn't a rat to him. The Bloods over there should never let him in the organization. That's his.
He called 6ix9ine a civilian.
Yeah, that's one of his stance. That's his stance on it, right? So, 6ix9ine has had trouble with his artists, which was Game and Blueface. They feel different. Whack 100 put out a tweet to these academics saying like, I want to just have a discussion. I got questions that I want to ask him, or whatever. Like, I want to ask the questions that the people want to ask. And so, basically, they set it up for the podcast, and it's gonna be the first episode. So he released a clip, and in the clip, let me see if I got the link for this. Hold on. Yeah, here go the link. Here we go.
No shit. And if you have that, you don't think I look in your eyes? Let me tell you what I see. I see a motherfucker. You have totally dismissed. You done already played it out how you gonna go. I don't think you're scared to die. What you accept? He's not scared to die. He has already embraced that. He had played it out how it was gonna happen if it happened. He's not scared of that shit. I'm looking at him. He's not. He don't got no fear. However they do it to him. He don't care about that, right? He really got a point to prove. That's my point. If you see it, listen. I don't play around and do shit. I will say this. I only attack the people that's coming for me. I said, yo, I fight security 8 months ago. If I walk out of here and a nigga come from behind me, I'm sticking. That's what's happening. Listen, nigga, I don't know what kind of gun that is. No. Yo, I don't know.
Alright. So of course, just the nature of them even being across the table from each other is gonna start controversy. Other people saying like, I can't believe you even working with this fucking rat, blah blah blah. Some people are saying like, let's just hear what the interview sound like or whatever. What do y'all think about the snippet? What do y'all think about this whole situation? People are saying that he basically sold out for the hood to do this shit.
I'm on the fence about it. I can see both sides. I want to know. I for sure want to know what he's gonna ask him, and his questions got to be 100% what I want to hear. They got to be valid questions, the question that everybody want to know the answer to. He can't. If he don't do that, then it's pointless. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's pointless. And, go ahead.
No, I think I have no expectation for Whack 100, man. I don't. I feel like he one of those dudes that involves himself in everything.
Facts.
And it's like
he on his 50 Cent shit.
And it's like there's no such thing as once the internet and the streets combine, we have this hybrid of shit where it's like you trying to apply street rules to internet rules to corporate rules. So it's the wild, wild west we live in right now. Whack 100 is a known gang affiliate, or I'm not gonna say self-proclaimed, but that's what it's known. But it's like, what does that even mean anymore? He ain't
in the streets no more.
He's an industry.
He's in the street. He's not in the streets.
He's industry. Like what?
Yeah.
What? And he's been clear about his moral codes. He says snitches are snitches and civilians are civilian. If you're a civilian, you're supposed to go call and he's not.
I think
there's no line
that's the
there.
debate.
There's no line.
6'9"
a civilian or
a civilian.
He
affiliate.
blames. He puts the
blames
responsibility on those Treyway niggas.
Yeah. So
First.
I mean.
That's how you feel.
Yeah.
I feel him.
He's allowed to feel how he want to feel. I think that for me, I think two things can be true. I think that there's like, I blame some of the Bloods, and I also blame 6ix9ine. He was out here calling shots, calling hits, doing shit. Like essentially, he was a gang leader out here. It is what it is. That's what gang leaders do.
He made an analogy. He said basically, like, if I own a Ferrari and I'm an adult, and I see a 12-year-old.
If you own a Ferrari and what?
I'm an adult. I own a Ferrari, and I see a 12-year-old on the street, and I give him the keys, and he drive. It's the same. That's what he said.
I don't want to hear nothing about no 12-year-old because 6ix9ine wasn't 12 years old. That's the thing. 6ix9ine was 21 years old.
But I guess the comparison is not the age. Yeah. It's about like about 12 is being not in the street.
You enabled it. You gave him the keys to drive the car.
So now he's gonna go. You can't expect this.
And they did enable him.
Yeah, but I just think I think that makes the argument one-sided once you mention that it's a 12-year-old. Like, we're not dealing with a 12-year-old. We're dealing with a grown-ass man who linked up with other grown men. 6ix9ine used to try to make himself sound innocent by saying, I'm just a kid. Like, I feel like if you got enough conscience to be saying, like, I'm a kid, you're a manipulative motherfucker. Like, you're manipulative as shit. You're manipulative as shit. Mm-hmm. I think they both got ends out of the deal. It worked for them. And when it was time to fall apart, both of them showed their ass on each other. So I just think that's what it is. As far as Wack 100, I look at this point, we all know that Wack is just an entertainer at this point. He's a manager, he's an entertainer. He's not an active gang banger, but LA niggas kind of, even from the entertainment perspective, just who they are, their character, the lingo, the way they talk, you would still think that they active gang members if you weren't from over there. Like if you YG is blooded out. He's always, you know what I'm saying? Like, look at Wack 100. Like, they probably still deal with politics and shit of the shit, but would I say that they probably in the streets, like, out there banging and repping the set with everything they do? Nah, I don't think so. So, as far as Wack 100, I mean, I take that with a grain of salt. And just from the way that he talked, I seen how he talked on No Jumper. So I'm like, okay, I already see his stance, whatever. But then once I see like that snippet, I was like, at this point, like you just said, I don't have no expectations. Like, I don't expect him to ask none of the questions I want to hear. To me, it just seems like he just want to have a face to face. I wouldn't be surprised if like they sat down and talked business after. I think he's a business opportunity nigga. Yeah,
what?
That's how I look at him.
Both mentioned there was one example of one question you want him to ask.
Ain't nobody ever asks him about Kuda B, because he comes out and he says all the time, niggas fucked my girl, they did this to me, they did that to me, why would I be loyal to him? Kuda B was loyal to you and he did absolutely nothing. He literally, we watched you put a hit out on TMZ and it happened. And you told on him.
Why'd you snitch on him? It kind of goes against everything you've been saying.
Yeah, like nobody ever talks. Nobody ever brings that up. He did an interview with the Shade.
I can answer that question.
He did an interview with the Shade Room when he got out. The Shade Room did not ask the right. The lady from the Shade Room did not ask the right questions.
I can answer that though. He can flip it. Oh, I didn't know who to trust. They all was in on it.
That's your fault. Another thing.
That's why I snitched.
Another thing. There was an interview. There's an interview with that he was so before he did the interview with the Shade Room, he was trying to shop around doing an interview. He did one with a lawyer. One of the lawyers asked a good question. He said, "Hey, to me, it just seems like your loyalty. It's like your loyalty goes to whoever can do something for you. So at first, you was with the Crips, and basically they didn't fuck with you because of the type of shit you was trying to do. Like, you came with all blue rags and shit to the hood, and they was like, nah, we ain't doing that. So you went to join the Bloods. So you join the Bloods and you do that. You work with them. You call shots. This, that, and the third. They start going down. Now you're working with the cops. Like, do you have any loyalty to anything? Like, that's a good ass question. And they said that he quit. He cut the interview after that, and it never came out. So those are the things I'm saying. Like, are we gonna ask the real questions? Like, those are the type of questions I want to ask. Right. I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear the pity pat you know, questions like, well,
Be
did
tiptoeing around shit.
Shotty did this? Did he really have sex with your girl? Like, I don't want to hear that. Ask the real shit. Ask the shit about his character. Ask the shit about did you? There's video of you admitting that you basically beat your baby mom. She said that you also raped her. Like, did you rape her?
He ain't gonna answer that.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. If you're not gonna get out there and ask the real questions, then
I guess you can't expect him to.
I don't expect him to do that.
Incriminate himself neither.
I mean, he's not really self-incriminating because allegedly this is in the paperwork, but you know, niggas ain't getting their hands on paperwork and shit like that. You know, so I don't know, but I mean, of course I'm gonna watch it. I think even the niggas that have something against WAP 100 are gonna watch it. I don't think that
it's must see TV. And that's what he's doing it for, honestly.
At this point,
it's always about that. For
at this point,
WAP
100 is trying to do business. He's trying to, and he's an entertainer himself. You know what I mean? He enjoys that type of shit. So I mean, like, it is what it is. So let's go to Brittany Renner. She's like, what is she? What we call her, like the superhead or some shit? It is
superhead of the 2000
10s and 20s and shit. So Brittany Renner,
swoopy.
She's like the neighborhood thotty thot. Like, she literally dropped a book talking about all the athletes and ball players, and she basically has said out in the open, like, she wants to trap a ball player and get pregnant by them and basically get the check cut. It is what it is.
And she did exactly that.
And guess who fell for it? P.J. Washington. So P.J. Washington used to be 18. He was 18 when he was playing for Kentucky. She was 26, 27 going to the games. You know what I'm saying? There's pictures of her in the Kentucky outfit.
What's that Drake intro?
Oh yeah.
They
was talking about
opening.
Oh, that was Sauce Walker.
She is fucking somebody on the team.
Yeah, so basically she ended up getting knocked up by him, and she had the baby, and then she dipped out. Like, she left the nigga. He for the streets. So is this like a thing where it's like, do y'all have any pity for this nigga being that he was so young and maybe he didn't really understand, or is it just like, nigga,
I do.
It is what it is.
Like, some niggas, almost like, I was watching the Steven Jackson interview, and he was just like, you know, I came from a small town, you know, I was a hooper, all of my dogs are American, but like, you know, I wasn't used to, I came to New York.
Yeah, he ain't used to big town shit.
He got introduced to strip clubs.
Where is he from?
Port Arthur, Texas.
He's from Port Arthur.
Oh, okay.
And he came to New York, he was hanging with Fat Joe, they was going to Sue's Rendezvous. He said he was introduced to some of the most, I'm not gonna say that word.
Hold on, let me see if I can play this clip. I'm gonna play out this clip of what she said about the ball players. Hold on.
So if y'all really want to try to come up off a check off a man, I mean, you could just fucking athlete. They're really dumb.
Yeah, she said they don't use condoms, and if you really want to just come up, do it with an athlete, they're really dumb. That's what she said.
Like, I'm not talking about her yet. It's the man aspect of it, like, because like I feel like you got the money now, you getting swarmed by girls, and you seen a girl you might have just fantasized since you was a kid, as far as like, or you a teenager, oh man, I got bad, like the baddest bitches. Now that shit hard to resist that.
Yeah, I think
now
she just put that puss on.
Now the girl, that's crazy to have a kid just to get the bag.
Just to get the bag.
That's like, what? You trying to come up? Like, I have no. I'm not saying I have no problem.
We'll ever know.
I would say, like, if you can get money out of a nigga from fucking, go ahead. But like the idea, I'm finna get like a permanent bag.
Yeah.
For having a baby.
Or at least an 18-year bag.
Yeah. Like, what? Like, the only reason why I had you because I wanted some money.
She basically about to it sounded to me like she about to put the pressure on his pockets.
That's it.
Like, she's basically, she gonna be having your ass in and out of court.
Milk that shit.
She gonna have your ass in and out of court. You gonna be on the court and off the court, in the court. You know what I'm saying? Like, she basically about to put you through some bullshit. Yeah, and I mean, I can understand why a nigga is young and naive, because some niggas is built like that. It is what it is. I wish that, you know, I don't know. Maybe somebody on the team did tell him, "Hey, stop fucking with Brittany."
Somebody did.
Hey,
somebody
don't do
did.
that. She for the streets.
And if he didn't, he ain't got no friends.
But it's always a nigga.
Yeah.
It's
come on
always
now.
a nigga.
Come
Caption
on.
this.
Come on, man.
She with what's her name?
Tiana Trump. She hangs
They
with
best
besties
friends.
with
Come on now.
Tiana Trump. I mean,
They
that's
tell
all
the
you
story.
need to know. So
Tell
it
the
is
story.
what it is, girl. My nigga, you gotta be a little smarter than that.
Yes, sir. Come on now.
Pull out, nigga. What? You
No,
putting
fuck
that
that.
wrong?
Strap up. Strap up.
Yeah, I'm saying even you gonna do that, you could have pulled out.
Strap up and pull out. On them,
So-
on motherfuckers like that.
Worry about the consequences later.
So yeah, we back.
Yellow.
We back the money. We back the money bag, yo, and Ari. I seen Ari put up a screenshot to her Instagram story, and the Instagram story says, "Send your account info. I want to send you some money." Dollars from Moneybag, and then she put, "He just know how to make me smile. Bag talk." So of course, that started discussion. Do you think that that's kind of disrespectful towards Moneybag, or is Moneybag just he should have known better? Like, how your girl move, or do you think like she's kind of making him look like a simp, like type shit? Like,
I don't think none of that.
What you
I don't personally think none of that. I can see why niggas feel that way, but all that lifestyle represented is about just the only reason why he's there because he got money.
Yeah.
There's no other reason. So like it's like, oh, she with me for the game, or she with me because she like the way I look. Nah, nigga.
She there for the money.
She there for the money.
So do you think that that's how all those type of relationships are? Like, if it wasn't about the money,
the ones who post shit like that, yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So I don't look at it as like simp shit because it's already known.
If you putting people in your business like that,
You think basically because they
Make 'em-
parade around showing the extravagant lifestyle they live,
That's just a part of the flex.
that's just part of it.
That's how I took it. This is a flex. Like,
Yeah.
oh, he got money to send me. If your nigga ain't sending you money on a week just to make you smile, you broke. Type shit. Not like, oh, I got my nigga sending me money.
Yeah.
I didn't think it like that.
it ain't nothing wrong with doing that.
Yeah.
It
Either
ain't-
way, ain't nothing wrong with
It
doing
ain't
that.
nothing wrong with doing that, but I think if she's like post that shit up on social media repetitively, then I would have a problem with that. But I mean, he ain't doing nothing he ain't supposed to be doing. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no complaints or quarrels with that.
Yeah, I don't have no problem with the actual act of sending some money. That's not no issue. I think though, this is what I think, and maybe it's just because I see the way that these relationships play out online. This is kind of giving me Sweetie Quavo vibes
Oh yeah.
when she used to be online.
Yeah, I can see
Talking
it.
about if your nigga ain't did this, or my nigga, the way my nigga apologized, he gotta buy me a house, he gotta buy me a property. I'll put it like this, nigga, Moneybag, yo, you should probably get your antennas up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and maybe just be prepared for worst case scenario. Worst case scenario, y'all break up. This is the same shit she did with her. This is like, I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
I can't feel sorry for a nigga.
I'm not saying I feel sorry for him.
at all.
I'm not saying to feel sorry for him or he should feel sorry. I'm saying, nigga, you should be prepared that if y'all are to break up, you gonna look like a simp. And just the way that the attitude, she got the same type of attitude as Sweetie. She got the same type of thought training. Like, just know, learn from Quavo. If you gonna get out of there, you better find you another angle, buddy. Because clearly
she try to leave, she just turn around. He lose track again. He just right back. Like,
go your way, we go my way. So we can stream the text. Hey man, Arisha. I don't know, man.
Shit.
It is what it is, man. Couldn't be me though.
Man.
I'll tell my girl, you don't delete that fucking shit.
Oh yeah.
But I'm a normal ass
feeling
nigga.
like a simp. What?
So let's get to two. We got two more subjects. We're gonna go to sports. You know what I'm saying? No women on this podcast, so now we can talk sports.
Sexist.
It's sexist. It is what it is. Those two girls last week don't know. Goddamn. If I said who
I
is
ain't trying
that,
to get you the baby, dog.
I tell Jasmine all the time, who is that? I don't know. What it is. So Russell Westbrook went to the Lakers. We had a conversation about this in the text messages or whatever. What do you think about the situation? Obviously, the team isn't all the way together, but
I just feel
Do
like,
we think that those three mesh? Like it's gonna mesh. LeBron, Westbrook.
when you say mesh,
Do we think that you can win a championship with
Yes.
those three?
I think
I think
you
they
can.
can win the championship.
I don't think they like necessarily the best fit, but you don't even have to be the best fit. You're that talented. As long as they got the right coach. I don't know if Frank Vogel's the right coach, but
He
they
gonna
get-
be the coach. Shit, Jason Kidd left.
Yeah, but you got to get the right role players too. 'Cause that's gonna matter.
Facts.
You're gonna have to get the right role players, the right shooters, some vets.
You need some shooters and a couple big men.
couple vets, couple big men, just so you, because eventually sometimes the shots ain't gonna fall. You just need somebody who can make a big shot in the close games. Cause you've seen super teams that struggle in the playoffs against certain series. It's just you just need vets to win.
None of those the big three are like big shooters, and in the last seconds on the clock, they're not. You can't really count on them. You need one big shooter at least. I feel like, but they definitely need a whole spectrum of shooters and big men on their team right now for sure.
Niggas are trying to win the ring. Go ahead, Melo, hop on that, man.
Yeah.
Go ahead, get you one.
Yeah.
Come on, CP3. Come on.
Nah,
Yeah,
CP3
no space
ain't
for
going.
him.
That was
No
his
space
spot
for
right
him.
there. So I think
Come on,
CP3 probably gonna.
take a veteran's minimum, man. Stay Farm treat you
I
good.
think CP3 gonna stay now.
I
Hey,
think-
I think.
yeah.
I think DeMar DeRozan gonna get up in there.
DeMar
though, for
DeRozan
real.
gonna get in there. He
You have to
needs
take a cut.
Nah, you need shooting. You need shooters. You don't need no more niggas
Nah, I
that's
just
gonna
think he
mid range
wanna-
you to death.
I ain't even talking about the game of basketball.
I don't even know if
think
they
he
can
just wanna
afford him.
go home. You
He
know
been
what I mean?
wanting to go on the last 3 seasons. He been saying it.
I feel he been left out.
Every big trade.
Well, the
he been
reason
left
Or
is
out.
even
because
like
he's
even the niggas like Kyle Lowry got one ring. Like he's just been left out.
I feel like
Yeah.
okay, so I feel like Kyle Lowry would have been a better fit than Russell Westbrook, and that's no knock to Russell Westbrook. Like I'm not trying to downplay Russell Westbrook, but I think that you get Kyle Lowry, you got somebody there that's a floor general. They can play defense.
Get you 20
They
to
knock
30.
you down some shots. They knock you down the big shots. I'm not saying Russell Westbrook. I feel like his worst attribute is his decision making
But like
and his
Could
attitude.
Kyle, I feel like Ray maybe in the playoffs, which is important, obviously.
Mhm.
But the regular season matters a little bit. I think Russ can carry you in the regular season. Just get you
I
them
feel like
triple-doubles.
Russ can get
Yeah.
Russ. So
Yeah,
yeah,
his
output
I don't
is-
think that it. Okay, put it like this. I'm not a fan of it. I'm not saying it's absolutely no chance that it can work, and I'm not saying that they're not the favorites. You're gonna be the favorite just off the paper, regardless. You know, as long as LeBron is on your team, you're gonna be a favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's just what it is. Now
Got
me,
three-
I'm just saying.
three or 2 MVPs and Anthony Davis.
Yeah, what I'm saying is just off of my preference, I felt like you need a 3-and-D guy. And somebody who can run the offense. So, like, I'm thinking, like, Kyle Lowry, Lonzo Ball,
Lonzo,
even Chris
or
Paul.
Westbrook.
I think
I
that
get the Kyle Lowry.
because
I get Chris Paul.
I think so
Lonzo,
because
is he proven to do it?
he's not. So I can see why they didn't get him. But I'm just going based off the play.
Yeah, his game.
Yeah, he can run an offense for sure. He can defend literally whole court.
He's good defense.
And he's
Shoot.
improved his 3-point to 40%. So he can do that. Now maybe they feel like we've already had the Lonzo era, so no. So that's why I was like, okay, Kyle Lowry, of course
They
CP3,
bring people back. Like,
of course CP3, but
Dwight Howard.
CP3 wants to get paid max money for a 36-year-old. You already got another 36-year-old on there. You don't know Chris Paul's health. I get it. So I mean, I also feel like shit. Russell Westbrook the last couple years he's been injured as well.
I think I just had an epiphany. I think they brought him there for load management. When LeBron,
That's what I think.
Well, of
That's
course
why-
you need
that was my
somebody-
point for the regular
Well,
season.
that's been the thing the last couple years.
Your output can get to 40, 20. You can like.
Well, that's been the thing the last couple years. They've always been trying to have somebody that can actually run
Do the
point
work.
full time.
yeah,
But to Justin's
Or for
point,
75%.
what's going to happen now when you need AD, LeBron to step up, and Westbrook to be a 3? Can he do that?
Can he do that?
And what's a 3 in this NBA?
He's the
Spot
whole
up
thing
shooter.
is he's the one that controls the rock.
yeah.
So
yeah.
you're right.
He's not like LeBron. Like when LeBron's running point. I don't want to be disrespectful, but Westbrook ain't good for no shooting.
That's not disrespectful.
So what are we gonna? What is he gonna do?
Yeah. Well, how is he gonna?
How effective is he gonna be?
Be
He's
off the
never
ball.
been. If you shout out to A-Rod, you let A-Rod tell her he been off the ball. I mean, He's been off the ball to an extent.
And was it good? His numbers was low in Houston.
He's been off the ball to an extent, but I just don't.
Oh, James Harden was the point.
Yeah, like I just don't know. It's
He
something I gotta
wasn't
see.
even Westbrook back then. He was just an exciting young player. He became
I just
when
need.
they all left.
I just need to see what. I just need to see. I just need to see it before I judge it. I guess.
That's what I had.
And I got to see who they get.
I think Bradley Beal might have been a better option.
Bradley Beal definitely would have been a better option. He gonna knock. He
Get
can.
you a
He can
bucket.
stand there and knock down shots. And
He can do both.
put it like this:
True.
if Bradley Beal is on the team, LeBron for sure is the third option shooting wise,
Oh,
and he's cool with that. LeBron is still forcing himself now to be second option shooting wise with Westbrook. That's what I think. I don't think you want to have Westbrook as your second option because when he's not a shooter, he's I don't know. We know what he's there to
He's just
do.
a scorer, man.
He plays one way. We know what he's there to do.
Score.
That's what's more scary for me. Like a nigga that play one way, I don't know what he can do. So I don't know. We'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
Lou Williams. So I seen an interesting post. Matter of fact, let me go to Lou Williams' page because I don't want to. I put this on Instagram, my Instagram
Misquoted.
story. So I don't want to misquote Lou Williams. So Lou Williams. So he put up a tweet. And it said, to the underdogs tonight. This is because the draft was last night. To the underdogs tonight. It's only the beginning. I watched my name get called by myself in the ESPN Zone lobby. Keep your spirits high and your willingness to grind even higher. So I got online and I asked, is Lou Will, was he an underdog? Do we think that Lou Will coming into the league, was he an underdog?
Not initially, but once he went to Philly and they put him in the G League, I think he became an underdog then.
You think so?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
In my opinion. Not initially, because he was a high school phenom.
Mm-hmm.
He was drafted, lottery pick, I believe. Don't quote me.
Well, no, he wasn't supposed to be no lottery pick. He just came to the draft.
Yeah,
Was he a lottery? No, he was
number 45.
Yeah, he won a lottery pick.
Yeah, I think he was an underdog.
It was the last year you could come from high school
I
to the
don't think he
pros.
was an underdog. I think he was where he's supposed to be at. You know what I mean?
And that's the question. That's what I asked online. I
That's
said,
what I think.
did he get drafted correctly or did he come into the league as an underdog?
Yeah.
Because he didn't have the hype.
He didn't have the hype like that.
I
He
maybe
had the hype on a high school level.
Was.
You know,
He had,
that-
we come from Gwinnett.
that's-
So
that's
what I would
probably
say
what
is
it
he
is.
had the hype on a high school level.
That's what it is for me. Because it was like, this is the
Yeah.
best player in
yeah,
High
we
school, that
expect him to
history.
go top 10. You know,
So
but
then, so
think
what
about
I
it.
think is, I think it's a little bit of both. I think as far as what I disagree with him as, I feel like coming into the league, he was not an underdog. You was how many guards besides maybe Kobe Bryant? How many guards have really been successful coming into the league
school.
from high school? Usually that's a big man thing.
Mm.
So
the
I think that-
J.R. Smith.
was he? I mean, he's another 6 man. He was in the same position as him. They 6 men, like they.
That's the best I could do.
Yeah. So like for me, I think that once you add context, like it's easy to look now and be like, oh, Lou Will should have been drafted, but Lou Will had to put in a lot of work. He had to develop. Like
I see what you're saying.
That's what people who come from high school have to
He
do.
wasn't exactly where he's
Even
supposed to
Kobe Bryant took a little time. I mean, he had a lot of hype, which I feel like maybe he made an All-Star game like a year prior than he should have. But it's a lot of hype. You play for the Lakers. You play with Shaq. You have great
go. According
moments.
to Kobe, that's the coach's fault, not his.
Listen, that very well could be.
Eddie Jones had no business starting over him.
Listen,
I
I
don't know if
believe
agree
it.
with that, but
I believe that that's
At the
how he feels. I mean, he
time-
know what he was
at the
doing in
time.
practice. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? He know what he was
it
doing.
might have brought the goat out of him. You know.
Yeah.
At
So
the time,
I think
you know.
I think what I'm trying to say is I think this is what I think. I think Lou Williams' career is underrated, but I don't necessarily consider him an underdog.
yeah, I see. I actually agree.
Yeah, like I think like he's been a 6 man his whole career, and he's literally been the best 6 man ever. Him and Jamal Crawford are probably the only the top 6 man to ever play. Robert Ory, we can put them over there. Robert Ory to me he made big shots, but as a whole, in the totality of things, I don't know if his career
You missing one person.
is better. Who am I missing?
Ginobili.
True. Nah, Ginobili might be number 1 because he makes the bigger shots. He's
Yeah.
been on big teams. He's won the chip. So yeah, I'm gonna put
All-star,
Ginobili.
multi-all-star.
Yeah.
Number one.
He
Yeah.
led Argentina beat
Yeah,
USA.
yeah, you're right about that. You're right about that. As far as Lou though, I just feel like you've achieved great things, but I don't really consider him an underdog. But that's just me. You know what I'm saying?
You from the dog. If you underdog, you want.
Shout out to Lou. So it's time for that. Here we go, yo. Here we go, yo. Say what? Say what? What's the scenario?
Hey.
So Cousin Sticky,
So.
Cousin Sticky,
Cousin Sticky.
Cousin Sticky and Chanel have been married for 3 years. They pride themselves on how they work together as a couple and build each other up. They have one bank account, and it's a joint account because they feel like what's mine is yours. One day, Stick goes to pick up the kids from Chanel's mom's house and realizes that her mailbox is overflowing with mail. So he gets the mail, and on the way being nosy, he realizes that Chanel has an extra bank account, and she gets the mail sent over to her mom's house. He opens it, and she has $30K in her account. He confronts her, and she says women are always supposed to keep a in case things don't work out money. Is she wrong for the money and logic?
They married.
They're married.
Oh man, I've heard about that since I was a kid, you know. But nowadays, do I think it's okay? I don't know, man. No.
I'll say.
If y'all agree, this is what y'all agreed to. Y'all agreed to have everything that y'all make, y'all supposed to put in one account. That's what y'all agreed to. That's y'all discussion.
To me, is if you want to have a separate account just in case we don't work out, maybe I just need to know about it.
Yeah.
I need to know it exists. I might not even need to know how much you got in there,
Facts.
but I just need to know that. Like for me to find out that way, it's the shock value that kind of makes me.
That's like,
$30K too.
what else are you sneaking?
What else? What else?
And especially if y'all are putting money in an account together, so it's like, are you skimming off of our account? Like, how is this? Or have you just been lying about the money? Like you saving
like
$1,000 each.
us
Like, what are we
you know
doing?
what I'm saying?
Like,
we might have struggled one month, and you had that bad.
yeah, like you had the
I'm
bag.
sitting there
Like,
like,
I would definitely.
I lost
It's
my
like, it
job.
makes you
I'm
start.
highly upset about that.
It makes you start rethinking everything.
I lost my job. It took me a month, 2 months to get a job. Struggling.
I'll be spoiling every time we go somewhere. I'm paying for the trip.
Yeah.
You ain't got no kids yet, and then
got
you just
30
You
bands-
haven't.
30 bands of just in case.
just in case. Like,
Like, damn, did you
I'm-
try to
I'm
just buy
scraping-
another house
I'm
when you get out of
scraping
here?
the
Like,
I'm scraping, trying to make sure. Yeah, I don't know.
I'm working.
So
8
that's why
hours.
I'm not mad at the sentiment for girls. If a mom tell her daughter, you need to have security. Like, I'm not mad at that wisdom. When I'm telling you, if you marry me, we need to go 50-50. Let's not get married if you can't trust me.
You know what? My thing ain't even that.
Or
I
have
think,
a prenup.
I think my issue, you know what my issue is?
Have a prenup then.
My thing is, if we discussed that we putting all this money in, that was your time to tell me, hey, look, I get that, and we put in, but how about I want to save a certain amount for myself. I want to save a certain amount for myself just because that's just what I believe in. That's what I stand on. And I can appreciate that. But the fact, even if, like, I know you being sneaky because you getting the statement sent to your mama house.
Yeah.
So now you hiding some shit from me. Like, you're trying to purposely hide it from me. So now that's where we have an issue right there. That's where we
Trifling.
Yeah, man. If he laid it all on the table, yeah, that's wrong. But you know, me, I feel like, you know, man should take care of the woman. And shit, if the man ain't smart, if he ain't got his own savings account anyway, honestly, you should have that. You should have a buffer for emergencies anyway. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Aside from whatever joint account y'all got, you should have a buffer. You know. And plus, we all know this fact now. We know that women have been doing that shit since when, you know.
You gotta look at the landscape. Divorce rates are high.
yeah.
You know, you got. But that's what prenups are for.
I just think that, you know, just keep it honest. Yeah, listen,
Yeah.
if we get married, tough conversations. That's just what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Like,
It's
we
okay.
gotta have a tough conversation.
Yeah.
That's what it is. But don't try to come out here and play me like on some shit where it's just like you sending the bank statements like, bitch, you ain't even go paperless. You got the shit sent to your mama house. Like, you crazy. Don't play with me. Don't play with me, bitch. Like, you got down.
I seen worse before. This old cat I worked with, he said his wife left it up on the computer, left her savings account up on the computer, and she had $100K in her shit. $100K.
Ready.
And he went through the statement and saw that she was pulling money to give to the church, so she gave the church like $100K too.
And see, first of all, that's
What
crazy.
movie was that?
This ain't no movie.
No. There was a movie that
was like that.
Sanaa Lathan. Oh, the Tyler Perry movie. Not the Have Nots.
That Sanaa Lathan was in?
Yeah, where her husband was trying to come up, and she was cheating with like the CEO, and then he saw her account. It's like, oh, you got this money.
think I
He
know what
took
you're
the
talking
money
about.
out, started a business.
Real nigga. Real nigga.
Yeah. Fuck you. No.
Sticky, that's what you should have did.
He had to smack the shit out of Sanaa Lathan in the movie. It was hilarious.
I see. Fuck it.
Yeah.
You should have did. Goddamn. So, alright. Lloyd has a cousin named Penny and a best friend named Ron. Both of them are cool, but they not really friends. You know what I mean? They just associates, but they got Lloyd in common.
Yeah.
Okay.
So both of them are dating the same chick unknowingly. Lloyd doesn't know if he should say anything or he should let whatever happens happen. What do y'all think Lloyd should do?
Say something. Both of them is friends.
Both of them is
I mean,
boys,
you know,
but
They
they
dating the same chick.
they dating the same chick.
Oh yeah. I would definitely.
Who-
I would expect Lloyd to tell me that.
That's-
If I found out Lloyd knew that shit, me and Lloyd owed me a one.
So basically,
for sure.
okay. So let's break down two
Yeah,
different. Let's break down two different
is it
scenarios.
fault?
Wait, time out. Let's talk about this. What if Lloyd never was really around to see the girl with both of y'all? He just start piecing shit together. And then what if Lloyd did used to be around? Like, say when he go hang with you, she with you, she gonna hang with him, he with him. You know what I mean? Like, is it your job? Like we
Yeah,
talked about the legendary 3-peat. Like, what do we say? What do we do? What do we do?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about the 3-peat. Don't worry about that. What I'm saying is,
I mean, minding my business.
if let's say that you're Lloyd,
Right.
I'm your cousin, that's your best friend.
Right.
If me and you, if it's two different scenarios. If we go out, if me and you go hang out, and I bring her with me,
You see.
and then you go hang out with him, and you see her with you,
Or vice
do you
versa.
say something? Or
You don't ever see
you don't ever really see her, but like
You
you start
start
piecing
piecing
shit
it.
together, and you realize that
So you
she
got two
is.
instances.
How would you handle both of those situations?
Oh shit! It'll be a round table talk for sure. Red table talk like a motherfucker.
On both scenarios?
Oh, what? I call both of y'all to this motherfucker like, hey, I seen this bitch with you, and I seen this bitch with you. Or I didn't see him. You said you pieced it together. I pieced
I'm saying
it
it's
together.
two. It's both
So the first
scenarios.
one,
I feel like
The first time y'all chilling,
You seen
see
her.
her,
Right.
you that's my lady or whatever. 2 weeks later, I'm like, oh, pull up on me. This is
Yeah.
my girl, and she
Right.
see you. First of all, that's just weird.
First, yeah, that's like backwash and drink, nigga. What the fuck? You don't drink the same drink as me,
Ew.
and Gwinnett niggas are historical for doing that shit.
But yeah, it's like
You
your
know,
cousin could
you
live
know.
on that side, your homie could live on that side. She just traveling.
You in Norcross, you in Duluth.
I'm in Duluth. She just
That's still
we just
too
meet
close
at
to
Pleasant
home.
Hill.
Nah, it's not cool. I ain't never been the one to be okay with that
The
shit.
one or the two.
No, I couldn't. Like, it's my fam, it's my best friend. Like,
Yeah.
I have to interview.
Red table
I ain't
talk.
gonna let that girl fuck me up. They both mad at me.
Yeah, no.
You know what I'm saying?
No.
Now I got two face because
Yeah,
they
no.
both mad that I knew.
Yeah.
Nah, hell nah. I gotta let them know. But if I'm just piecing it, like, okay, I know that's his girl,
Oh, yeah, I'm
but that's his
asking
side
questions
bitch or
first
something.
before I
So
reveal it.
So it depends now. So let's say, same scenario, this is my girlfriend. That's your side girl. Do you know what I'm saying? Or is
You
it have to
saying
be both?
if it's the other partner, if it's my side chick, but that's your girl.
My girlfriend, how he supposed to move? He supposed to be like,
He
and
can't-
you don't even know. You don't know that's my girlfriend.
Well, yeah,
'Cause-
I would say something.
I would for sure. That's all the more reason for me to say something.
That's what
if
it's
that's your
like.
actual girlfriend.
Yeah, what I'm saying,
Yeah.
but
I'ma
Justin
just
don't
provide-
know.
It'd be
That's
different if y'all was,
Justin's single and he just messing with a girl.
I'm gonna put
he's
it like
single.
this.
Yeah.
This
That's
is
not your girlfriend. That's his cousin's best friend.
Right.
He doesn't be around me like that. He don't
Right.
know me like that. He know of me, cool, chill, whatever. But
Right.
so he messing with a girl. It's R. Kelly and Usher, same
I mean,
girl.
I just feel like you should know. I know in case you telling
So who you telling first?
I'll tell.
You start
he said he
piecing
having round table talk.
I'll tell both of y'all.
You talking
Same
about
way. You
time?
handle it the same way.
Yeah, I'll be like, hey man.
I don't know if I'm handling it the same way.
No, so
The
look.
first one,
It's real-
I had a round table talk. The second one, I might go to Justin first and be like, yo, that's your side. Like, let me see her again.
Yeah,
Bro, I think she got a man, bro. I think that's homie's girl, bro.
yeah.
Just break it off.
So-
keep it moving. I don't know.
Nah, so look, if you dating a girl, like that's your girl, and the other nigga that's just the side, I'm probably still gonna tell. I ain't gonna count. Like I said, I only tell though if I'm bringing proof. That's it. That's what I learned. Like I need to have.
Oh yeah,
proof.
I gotta be 100% sure.
Yeah, I gotta
You know,
make sure. Like
I
no,
said,
I'm saying like I gotta
ask
no.
questions first.
Not even
That's easy.
No, I'm saying
You know,
just
that's
bring
my
the proof.
girlfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He come to you. Like, yo,
Yeah.
cuz this is soup I'm fucking with.
Yeah. So look. So that's
In
it.
that moment, I would tell him, like, yo,
Yeah.
that's my best friend's girl, bro.
Right.
Yeah.
You
So
cut that. Like, I might do that.
so that's what I'm saying. Like, but
Aside from that, you want to tell him?
I ain't gonna let my homeboy just be sitting here getting played.
Nah,
bro.
brother, I can't do that.
I can't do that. My homeboy just getting
And if
played.
he are getting played, I won't be involved in it. I will tell you that I know. I'm gonna tell you I know. Like, hey man, I know. You know, she got this other little.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
She
okay,
fuck
yeah.
with
I
my
want to think
too.
about it.
You know what
I
I mean?
can't go back to the homie, see her there, and be like, we all good.
No, nigga.
But-
I'm not finna make myself uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But then again, I've been
Fuck
been in
that.
a situation sometimes. It's best to mind your business.
Now I do
It is
agree with.
sometimes.
Now this is
Yeah.
what I do agree with. Now
You
if
start
they're just
telling
now
them,
if y'all
they
just
argue, they still together, they blame you.
no,
like,
I say this: if y'all let's say that y'all been involved with her for the same amount of time, y'all just dating. It ain't no commitments. She dating. She just on her playing shit. I ain't saying shit.
Oh, if nobody's dating nobody, then I don't.
Yeah, I ain't
Oh,
saying
they
we
need to be
they
safe.
go just smash
Yeah.
it. Oh yeah, that's
Oh,
just
nothing
net.
need to be
yeah,
said.
like y'all
You know what
niggas
I
can
mean?
just find out y'all cousins later on in life.
But
and
if
I
one
can
of
tell
y'all think y'all got y'all fucking soulmate,
Right.
right?
Yeah,
I ain't gonna let you mad.
Nah, bro.
if it's feelings involved, that's where I
Yeah.
get to a different. That's where I gotta start
Nah,
snitching.
I can't let that happen.
You know, about 6'9".
Oh yeah, but
Yeah. So do you got another what scenario, or do you got a? Are we
You
going
go
to facts and
straight
cap?
facts and cap.
So
I had it and it just went away. Brittany Renner and Tina fucked me up.
let's get to it.
want to see that one, huh?
Giannis won a championship this year with the Bucks. And he made a post. I don't know if he made it, but he's alluded to it. You know, he wanted to do it this way. He says easy. He could have went to a super team and won it or competed. Is Giannis's chip more valuable than KD's 2 rings with Golden State? Facts and cap.
Facts.
Why? Speak on it.
He ain't got no super team like he said. There's no super team. It was him. I mean, he does have great assets on his team. You know, that boy. What's his name? The guard.
Drew Holiday.
Nah, not Drew Holiday.
Chris Middleton?
Middleton. Yeah, he a
I
forward.
don't know. I thought his name was a 3.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
some
yeah.
people put
He a
him
3.
2.
Yeah, Middleton. Yeah, he was shooting their fucking lights out all series.
Sometimes.
Half
Man,
series.
he had, you know,
He was
had
there or he
plays,
was?
But
When
when
he
he
was
was,
on the road,
on, he
he
was
was-
on.
Facts.
Yeah, he was on. He was 30 points.
But you look at that as more valuable than
Then having a
KD's
super
2?
team, yeah, it's easy. That was a walk in the park. You feel me?
Nah.
Go ahead,
Okay,
bro.
so the reason I don't necessarily agree, I do think that I think it's more valuable, but not. I think that there's pushback, like on both sides. So of course the pushback with KD was like, nigga, you play with Steph Curry, you play with, you know, the team. You know, they just came off of winning 72 games, 73 games. So I get that. But the pushback that it's always a pushback for a championship, right? So the pushback that you would say for this championship is everybody that y'all play got hurt.
True.
Everybody got played. Like we get that happens.
Star player.
We get that happens, but it's kind of rare that every time y'all is in trouble, the player got hurt. Like y'all was kind of down to Brooklyn. Fucking Kyrie Irving gets hurt.
Kyrie.
Y'all then y'all win.
And the half
Trey Young
ass
gets
James
hurt.
Harden.
Even though y'all got hurt, but y'all have a better team. It's clear y'all had a better team. Trey Young, he's literally been dragging his team the whole playoffs.
So
He
you
gets
got
hurt.
basically got to add context to everything.
Yeah, so I mean, do I think that overall, yeah, because at the same time, what he did in the championship, you can't deny what he did. Like, for the most part, both of those teams were healthy. I think that the talent level was around the same level. I think that
Yeah.
one was just a finesse team, one was a power team. And they won again. They won fair and square, but I'm saying that's just to get there. Y'all dealt with a lot of fucking y'all got
they got a lot of passes.
injuries. Yeah,
they got a lot of passes.
That's why I say it's really tricky when people try to like get somebody. You can't be like, well, this team got injured this year. Well, every year something happens.
that's part of the game.
That's part of the
That's
game.
That's
So
part of the
I'm not
game.
even saying that they make it equal. I'm saying that you could do that and really rank them. This year, this nigga went through the gauntlet and won.
Yeah.
This year, this nigga beat Kawhi this shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if you wanted to talk about value, you could give me a metric and go through everybody's.
Because they're going to say about LeBron. They're going to be
There's
like,
always something you can say. Oh, Jordan, T-Lay, so.
they're going to say if LeBron won the championship this year, nigga, you
he
needed
bought
Russell
it.
Westbrook. You needed, it's always going
to be something.
It's always going to be
It's
something.
always going to be a determining factor. And that's just what it is.
So you kind of got to watch.
He going to have to Naomi Osaka this shit. He going to have to get a second one right off the bat or some shit. Because, that's when you really going to prove yourself.
She work on her mentals.
Yeah.
Backs to cap. Who y'all got, man? The Locks or Dipset? I need to know.
Dip, set.
And why? Why?
That's just my personal. I just like them more. And ain't too many lock songs I can tell you.
Okay, so obviously Dipset came out after, more closer to our generation. So you never would double back on the Locks and go through their catalog or
You got 24 hours to live. Just think.
That's Mace.
They on there.
Yeah, they on there.
They got the posse cuts.
Yeah.
They got the
put
posse cuts.
on there?
I mean, it's the group.
I mean,
I don't see that
features on there.
See, this is the thing. Yeah, it's gonna be features on there. But this is the thing.
We gonna make it.
I don't know like how many songs they're gonna play set that like individual tracks. Like I don't know how they're going about it. You know what I mean?
They go individual.
Speak on that. Styles P.
Jadakiss, Styles. They
he
all
said
have
he
some
going at Jim
nice.
Jones.
Yeah.
He said I'm gonna leave Cam alone.
He said he want to go at you.
I'm going at Jim. That's us. He was like, nobody got you in the top 5. Niggas like.
So that's the thing.
So how
That's
they
what
gonna
I'm
do
saying.
it?
I don't know how it's gonna be done, and I'm not gonna act like I wasn't listening to fucking Lil Jon when these niggas was out. Like when these niggas was out, I wasn't really listening to the Locks. Like I know the A side tracks. I even know a few B side tracks. But I'm not gonna act like I was not listening to fucking T.I. Pastor Troy.
Whatever was on 106 in Park.
Yeah, like I wasn't really listening. I wasn't
or the
like.
basement, whatever
And even
was on that
and of
shit,
course
that's
I'm
what
more.
I know.
I'm more familiar because I was older. I'm more familiar with Dipset, but I don't necessarily just even. I'm not gonna be ignorant enough to be like, nah, they gonna win.
Crunk music.
Yeah, like I'm not gonna say like.
But I feel like Dipset. Cam was
Dipset is more of a
influential
fan
for
favorite.
us.
Yeah.
Dipset is probably gonna be more of a fan favorite.
It was just like
The showmanship, like
Locks.
entertainment wise.
Entertainment.
I would say
niggas
entertainment, but
win.
then again, we watched fucking Jadakiss get drunk as fuck and turn the fuck up on his verses. Like when he went against Fab, that nigga was drunk as fuck and he was hilarious. So it's just like I'm just here to watch,
I wanna
bro.
see
I'll probably know a
personalities,
good
Cam
12
in
of
the
the
song,
songs.
Jim, Styles. We'll see. Freaky gonna be there.
Dancing and shit.
Yeah, so it's just kind of like, who really knows what's gonna happen?
Let's just
I
see.
just feel like the catalog, for Dipset is.
I don't belong talking about none of that catalog.
Yeah, I can't.
I fuck with Dipset.
I fuck, and not even as a group, but more so just Cam.
Separate too.
Yeah,
I
Cam
had
is
Jim
like
shit. I had Joel shit. I had Cam shit.
Nigga, I had
Like
the
Joel's
Styles
and
album.
Joel's
I didn't
too.
have a goddamn Jadakiss album. I don't even remember them shits.
Joel's gonna play some of his. I
think-
can't feel my face mixtape shits. I'm gonna rap to it.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, what? It's
So
only
what's
20 songs.
Yeah.
So, like, that's what I'm trying to. I don't know. I'm just here to watch.
Back to Cat. We see a lot of beefs play out on the internet. We see niggas blame Vlad, niggas blame DJ Academics. So my question is the internet more responsible for beef than the people that's actually participating in it? If said beef played out on IG. Like you see the nigga might have said something on IG, a story, and you see Academics reporting it. Cause I see some, like my son was talking about Whack 100, and he was like, nigga, I hate Academics, he's the biggest instigator of beef.
Yeah, I seen that.
So my question is, that's cap. Is the internet more responsible for beef than the participants that's in it?
Cap.
Why?
That's cap. I say just because
Everybody.
it don't even get to the internet if niggas keep their shit on quiet. Like if y'all got issues, that's how you. I mean, I can't say how niggas is supposed to handle it, but like it's clear that if you don't say nothing, if y'all niggas move in silence, like, and you know, once it hit the internet, it belongs to the internet.
So let me ask you a question.
So
if
it's like,
the internet don't report it, do you think the beef still happens? If there's no boost, does the beef still happen? So like somebody says something and nobody covers it.
If it's street shit, yeah.
I feel like
I'm talking about the beefs that play out.
You said if nobody says nothing, what?
Does the beef still happen? Does the clapback still happen?
You said if nobody that's participating in the beef says nothing?
No, if
it doesn't spill over into social media.
So for example,
I mean, yeah, the internet is gonna make it messy. I can 100% agree to that. So but they know that.
Yeah.
They know that.
Okay.
That's the thing. It's not like they go into this shit blindsided. Like, damn, I didn't know that it was gonna turn into this. You know that.
So
when you get your ass beat and you pick up the phone and be like, man, you ain't took my chain. Look at my face. You know what I'm saying? Bitch ass niggas like just rapper shit.
You can't get mad for that.
You can't get mad when the internet get a hold of it. Yeah, like these niggas know you're the first stop. Put it like this, on the train, you're the first stop. Once it shouldn't even get in academics corner. Now I can see if it's a situation where y'all did keep it on hush, and then let's say that a nigga sent it to academics and he posted it. I can see how you feel away, but at the same time, bro, you know cameras is everywhere, so that's just the risk that you take. Like everything fall back to me on the people who's involved in the beef. Like if I go out on the street right now, nigga, cause you can get on a badass accident right now. That shit gonna be on goddamn ATL Uncensored. It's gonna be on goddamn what's all the other pages and shit. Georgia Followers, all kind of shit. Like that's just what it is. Like when you out in the public, that's what it is. That's how
you in the public eye, all the way. It ain't no halfway.
Yeah.
Well, speaking about beef, facts or cat? Can you go too far on a diss track? Facts or cat? Can you go too far on a diss track? Facts
My
or cat?
personal opinion, facts. But nowadays, that is cap. Like, you know.
Speak on both.
Okay, my personal opinion, you
What's
can
the
go
limit?
too far. The limit, you know, on diss tracks for me would be like, you know, keep it between me and you. And if you start talking about involving family and shooting up my grandma at my house and shit like that, then it's
Too far?
You took it too far. If you shooting videos on top of my homeboy grave, pissing on it and shit like that, that's too far. You know what I mean?
But now there's no more line.
Now I feel like there's no line that's drawn no more. Like motherfuckers is getting away with it. I don't even know how people not going to jail for the shit that they doing.
I don't even feel like it ever really was a line. I just think that, you know, maybe the moral compass was a little better back in the day, because it wasn't, not everybody was going as hard as Tupac. You know what I'm saying? Like I fucked your bitch, or you know, even Jay-Z saying I skeeted in your baby sheets or whatever. But for me, do I feel like is there rules? Nah. And I tell niggas all the time, like, nigga, if I was a rapper and I was beefing with nigga, I'd just start lying on the track. I don't understand why niggas don't get out there and lie. Like, niggas always, like, I had a conversation with him last week.
If it sound good.
I got to him last week. Like, niggas always talking about, oh, the takeover was better than Ether because Jay-Z was saying a whole bunch of real shit. Blah, blah, blah. I don't give a fuck that Jay-Z said some real shit. He said you got dick sucking lips. like he was disrespectful. So that's what I'm saying. Like, do I think that there's really no rules? No. And I think that if you getting into this game, especially in 2021, you need to realize that niggas will take it to the point, especially if you dealing with some street shit, or let's say that you from Chicago and you dealing with Chicago niggas where they get disrespectful, or you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what you putting yourself into. So if you gonna get in that game, you gonna get in that arena, you know what's going on. You know it's gonna get downright disrespectful and it's gonna get ugly. So that's how I look at it. Like, you nigga, no, don't jump into the beef if you not willing to take it there. So I can't tell a nigga.
Don't invite the internet into it.
Yeah, we champion disrespect in diss tracks, you know?
Yeah.
So, I mean, do I think it's too far? If a nigga fucking with me, yeah, I do think it's too far. I probably would kill that nigga, but that's the law with the beef. It is what it is. A nigga gonna tell me, a DJ gonna sit me to the side and be like, hey, nigga, that is what it is. Nigga,
yeah.
You shit. Look at Drake. He had to bow out respectfully. Because he's saying I felt nigga went too far, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. You know what I mean?
And that's my view on it, man. Like, I don't think there's no such thing as taking too far. Because you can't measure disrespect.
Facts.
Drake said he took it too far by talking about his partner's sickness.
You said something about his wife.
Something about my wife.
Even though it
you
was
brought
kind
up the wife thing. So
to
it's
me,
like,
it was kind of like petty. Did he really say too much about his wife? But okay, I get it. You tried to insinuate. I don't even know if you tried to insinuate, but you just said her name, and that could have triggered him.
You brought my wife name.
Should have been quiet.
Like,
And he
what?
just fell for the bait. Really, like he just fell for the bait.
That's all it did.
So yeah, what it is.
So I can't tell somebody to measure their disrespect. So if I'm gonna get in a diss track, I'm mentally gonna be prepared for you to say the most vile shit ever.
Yeah, like that's why I said I'm making up lies.
And half the time, oh, that's just rap.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. If it's just rap, and that's what you want it to be,
that's
you
why
know what I mean?
a lot of rappers they probably just talk to each other before the diss tracks even come out. Like, is we keeping this in the street or are we doing just records? You know what I'm saying? Like, what we doing? Alright, cool.
Cause like I've seen it play out. This was inspired by Lupe and Royce. Royce was like, I made a track flexing my lyrical ability. It wasn't really a diss.
Yeah.
But he was dissing Lupe. He was
Yeah.
taking jabs.
Yeah.
Lupe was like, nah, nigga, you was disrespectful.
Yeah.
You said one thing that I took as disrespect, so now there's not gonna be no like confusion. I'm gonna disrespect you. And then Mickey Fax and Royce got into it the same thing. He's like, okay, you go ahead, Royce. Mickey said some shit. Royce took it as disrespectful.
Yeah.
So me, I ain't got time for all that.
Yeah.
If we beefing, we doing that, I expect you to say the most vile shit.
Yeah.
Don't hold me back. No.
Or I just ain't gonna participate.
I'm just not gonna do it.
I get it.
Facts or cap? Where we at? So we all know, like, we all in the vax. From the COVID stage, we're all in the vax era now, the vaccine era. So the NFL put out a statement that said, if teams are not vaccinated and there's a COVID outbreak, then they might be forced to forfeit the game. Facts or cap? Do you agree with that? Do you agree with how the NFL's going about that? So if there's a lot of players that's anti-vax or not really going to vax.
I'm anti-vax, so that's a hard question for me to answer.
So like, if you're playing for the Redskins if you're playing for the Saints or the Falcons, whatever team you're playing for, and you know it's a 53-man roster, 46, and if there's not enough players, there's a COVID outbreak, and y'all gotta reschedule the game. The NFL's like, we're not doing that this year. If y'all can't come on the team and y'all ain't get vaxxed before y'all lose.
I agree. I think it's facts.
Man.
Just it is what it is. Like you just lose the game.
Rules.
We don't have to keep rescheduling shit. That shit is a task. Like I get it.
If
You
you
gotta
sign a
tell.
contract-
Like you try to think about it. You gotta cancel when you get that whole stadium. It might be a fucking concert. It might be some other shit going on.
Might
Maybe
not
a
be able
baseball.
to
Maybe
book
you share
again.
some shit with a baseball team. Like
Yeah.
I gotta keep rescheduling shit. I gotta lose money. We gotta do. This team got a bye week in the second week now. Like it's like
money.
Yeah, like so.
Money.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I do agree. While I do think like, damn, that it's unfortunate. I do agree with it. Like it is what it is. You don't have to. They not saying nigga go. You gotta go get vaxxed, but they saying like if you not gonna get vaxxed, this is how we handling it this year. So it is what it is.
And you
It's
signed the contract to that club, that sports club, and
yeah,
that's
same.
what it is.
It's
you
like
know?
it's like nigga, it's the
Instagram.
same thing as saying like nigga, you gotta go talk to media today.
Yeah.
You gotta go talk to media. If you don't, you getting
You
fined.
signed up for that.
So yeah, so I mean, it is what it is. I ain't really mad at it. Now I do think damn, it's probably gonna fuck the season up because if you got
it's gonna
54
be a
players and
whole lot of
probably
players
30
not
staff
fucking with
members and just being in and then not even accounting the staff members that's in the building, like the fans that you interact with, that you walk through, or you go to a restaurant, like it's gonna be some COVID going on in football. Football is just too many people. It's too many factors involved. So put it like this. If the outbreak go crazy, we'll see how long that rule stand though. We'll see how long that rule stand.
If the game stopped being entertaining because
Yeah.
all the stars are not.
Tom
going
Brady get out.
against it,
Tom Brady get out there and get fucking
They're gonna
COVID.
cut that shit out. I bet you.
Come on, man. So yeah.
I got one more, man.
All right.
Are y'all familiar? Been trying to find a clip, but did y'all happen to see the Ashton Kutcher and the what's her name, Mila
Kunis, his wife.
clip?
Nah, what happened?
So they were doing an interview, and I wish I had the clip, so I'm paraphrasing. And then they would talk about, everybody knows who Ashton Kutcher is. That
The nigga
70
did
show.
Pump.
Yeah.
When I was
They both
married to
played in
Demi
that
Moore.
show.
Yeah.
And Mila, she played in that 70 show too. She was
Okay.
the black hair chick.
Mhm.
They were married, I think, at one point. Or they are married. I don't know.
Mhm.
They definitely had a
They
relationship.
got married.
They got married. They were talking about showering, and the crazy
Well,
one
she
was
said she used
how
her-
often like should you shower, and then they basically was like, with soap. I don't do that every day. All right, I might get the main parts, but so my question to y'all is, facts or cap?
I'm scared.
White folks business. I'm trying to see how I'm gonna say this. Facts or cap? So basically, they said they don't need to shower every day. So facts or cap? Is that just simply white folks' business, or is it a bigger issue?
Facts. I got white friends. I love y'all. But I got white friends. I know. I seen them. I was a roommate with a bunch of white dudes. You know what I'm saying? They got a term for that shit. It's called waterfalling. Like,
Did they reference that?
Yeah,
That's
it's
the
called
name of this
waterfall.
shit.
They be like, yeah, shit. They're like, yeah, I go to the gym with my homie, and
What's
we'll
that
go to the house.
waterfall?
Like, both of us got to go to work. He like, yeah, shit. We worried about who gonna use the hot water. You know what I'm saying? He like, shit, it's cool. I'm gonna go first. I'm just gonna take a waterfall shower. I'm like, what the fuck is that? Like, I ain't gonna use no soap. I'm gonna just, rinse off real quick and then get the fuck on. So I know. You can't call me racist because I know that it's a thing.
I swear, I think that's it. I would have to clip. I think
Oh,
they
that is
mentioned waterfall.
disgusting. Oh my god, nigga. What was like the actual question again?
Cat, is that just white folk business, or is it?
Yeah, that's a
issue?
white folk business, bro.
We
Y'all
don't do that shit.
good, bro. I don't do no shit like that. If we do got niggas that's doing shit like that, yeah, more power to them. I don't know, but
Less
know
power
that's
to them.
y'all community is y'all community, our community, our community. You feel me? Like I don't even need to know that you out here waterfalling. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't
You
really
out here
touch white
waterfalling,
people's hands
bro?
like that.
I ain't
So,
never
I don't
been to
know.
waterfall before.
Yeah,
Never
I mean, maybe probably when I was like 6 or something, my waterfall because I didn't want to take a real shower or some bullshit. But like you out here,
different. Not as no
like you
grown
a
ass
grown
adult.
ass man, like and then they probably gonna get off and go to the bar and try to fuck on some hoes and
Is
shit.
that the
Musty dick ass niggas.
Is
Hell
that
no.
the equivalent of a whole bath?
No, because even
Nah,
a whole
nigga,
bath,
it's a whole
you use
bath, they use
soap. At least
They
you
just
hitting your
stand over the
areas
sink.
over the sink, like with the soap.
You hitting the 3-point touch with
Yeah,
the,
you going to hit the
Yeah.
triangle at least, and then you hit the neck a little bit behind your ears. You know what I'm saying? If you're really trying to get down in your hole,
They just out here Hail Mary.
they just out here like what? Like they cleaner than you, and they ain't even hop in the shower. You feel me? Y'all out here just waterfalling. No, you chasing waterfalls, and they don't tell how many times you do that in the goddamn week.
Oh God!
Like he just said, like think about what he just said. You working out, so shit. You work out 4-5 times a week. So how long you do? I know you had. If you waterfall, your ass ain't get back in the shower when you get home. You know what I'm saying? Like
I hope you do.
You
I
did
hope you
waterfall
do.
Monday through Friday.
Oh, I wish I had that.
I hope if you, I
Oh
hope
my
when you
God.
do waterfall, you think about taking a real shower as soon as you get back home. I hope,
Won't chase no
to each his own.
waterfalls, bro.
I ain't waterfalling shit.
That's some crazy shit, man. We done. We
That's
good.
it. That's it.
Hey man, we out. Fast Cat Podcast, episode 55. 55? We out, baby.
55th.
55th Street.